Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Big Mike here for Wrestling Rants and Reviews. I'm coming at you today with my third video. Yeah, I know it might be a little overkill. Plus, I already made one on the IWWS V2 channel. I'm just waiting for the Most Extreme Wrestling to go check it out because the answer is yours, buddy. Or not the answer. The question is for you. Go check it out. If you all don't know who Most Extreme Wrestling is, he's a new member of the IWWS V2. He's a very good video maker. He makes a lot of good videos himself, so check him out. As long as you're doing that, check out the V2 channel too, the IWS V2. But anyways, this third video comes to you today as a ticket stub video, I guess you can say. Seems like a lot of people are doing these videos. Some are liars, some aren't. Some are just like to, show people where they've been, etc. What kind of shows they've seen, etc. And I thought, why not I'll jump in there too, because I got a few shows that I've seen, and there's a few shows I wasn't able to add to the tickets, to the ticket stubs. Like WrestleMania 6, I was like 11, so I didn't keep it probably, and if I did, I lost it because that was like 21 years ago, Also, there's a couple house shows when I was a kid, like when I was like 10 and 12, going with my dad. And in 2006 SummerSlam, I don't have. X has that. We won't even go there. But, anyways, we'll get into that when I show you the video I just made showing you my ticket stubs. And you can view that video right now. Alright, so Big Mike here, like I was just saying in the previous part of this video, that I'm going to be showing you my ticket stubs for a lot of the shows that I've been to. Apparently this is what everybody's been talking about lately, showing their ticket stubs online. So we'll start with TNA, then we'll go to ROH, then we'll go into WCW, then we'll go into WWE, Raw, and SmackDown. At the end, I'll tell you about, or during, as I show you the tickets, I'll tell you maybe some ticket stubs that I'm missing. So, TNA, let's start with TNA. This is TNA live event. This is a house show from September 13th, 2008. Floor 1, row A, seat 13. Front row seats I have for this house show. And it was a pretty good house show. I can't really remember, just because I don't have that memory, who fought who, but it was a pretty stacked card, actually, being in Canada. The next night, ticket, don't know how well you can see it, it's starting to fade. Plus the lighting doesn't really help. Well, this is from TNA No Surrender, sat in the 5th row, row 4, or seat 4. It was great pay-per-view, actually. I was pretty stacked. I actually think it was overbooked, but that's that. The next one is another TNA. Obviously, as I said, this is the TNA ones. East section, row C, which is row 3, and this is the WFC Youth Center in Windsor, Ontario. This is from last year in September. The pay-per-view, in case you didn't know, the TNA No Surrender was from Oshawa. It was at General Motors Place. This here is back in London. This is the most recent event I went to. TNA Wrestling Live in London at the John Bat Center. Floor 1, row A, ringside seats again, seat 7. This was a pretty good event. The main event I do remember was Anderson and Angle. Had the meet and greet tickets. This was pretty good. I am missing a ticket from TNA, though. Their very first house show that they did in Canada was actually held in Oshawa, Ontario as well, back in 2007. I don't have that ticket. It may be lost, or I may not have it at all. But anyways, moving on to ROH, I am missing the very first ROH ticket as well that I ever went to. I went to the Death Before Dishonor 7, Night 2 with Ric Flair. I don't have that ticket, but I have my ticket since. This is from November 14, 2009. Just a general admission ticket. This was held in Mississauga. Next ticket, June 19th, 2010. I want to believe this is Death Before Dishonor 8. I believe this is Death Before Dishonor 8. We had the C section, row 7, C12. This here, Ring of Honor, back at the International Center in Mississauga. We were in the D section, row 6, C5. And then the last one I was at, this is Revolution Canada. I was in the C section again, row 5, seat 1. And this was a pretty good, DVD taping, actually. Very good stuff. We've seen Chris Hero versus Eddie Edwards in the main. Moving on, my one and only ever WCW show was WCW Mayhem in 1999 at the Air Canada Centre. As you can see there, I was in section 105, row 24, seat 16. Go back to 1999. Pretty good pay-per-view, not bad. It was kind of generic, but it was the finals and semifinals for the tournament, for the vacant belt, I believe it was. Getting into the WWE ones, before I get into my WWE ticket stubs for Raw and SmackDown, etc., I will be honest and say that I am missing WrestleMania 6. There's no proof that I was there, other than I have a hat that I got as a souvenir, and I don't have it handy. But I don't have the ticket stub for that. And I'm also missing a couple ticket stubs from when I was like 10 and 9 and 11. You know, obviously, never thought to keep my ticket stubs when I was that age. So moving on to the ones that I did start to keep. Right there, boom. WrestleMania 18, floor C, row 8, seat 17. No, I actually wasn't in row 8. I wasn't 8, well, at least I wasn't 8 rows from ringside. Floor 6, or 4C6 was actually the section behind the first section of seats, behind the ring. So I was actually like 18 or 19 rows back. But this was a scalp ticket I got. The original ticket is right here. WrestleMania 18. I would have been up in the 500 level, section 512, row 16, seat 3. But I was with some friends, and we bought some scalp tickets to sit on the floor instead, which was a mistake. And I should have known, because when I was at WrestleMania 6 as a child, my mom paid really good tickets, and we sat like 30 rows back on the floor at the same venue in Skydome. And they were shitty seats, because obviously you're further back, you got people standing up, you got, signs and stuff. And it being in section 512, I may have been in the nosebleeds, but at least I would have had an elevated view. Anyways, moving on. SmackDown at the John Labatt Center in London, Tuesday, February 25th, 2003. This, I remember, we were in floor 4, row D, 4th row, and seat 5. This was, Brock Lesnar was the main event, I'm sure, for this, but I just can't remember what it was. If I didn't tell you obviously WrestleMania 18 was Skydome, in case I didn't tell you the venue. Next ticket, Friday, November 7th, 2003. This is at the Air Canada Centre. This was a pay-per-view. Not a pay-per-view, sorry, a house show. WWE Unleashed. I was in section 109, row 23, seat 13. Here we go. I guess I jumped a few years before I went back. Oh, I'm actually missing SummerSlam 06 in Boston as well. I went with my ex, and I believe she still has the tickets. Because she put them in a little frame, because that was our first wrestling event together. But anyways, we were in the East for Unforgiven, East floor, row 12, seat 5. And it's kind of faded, but you can see the Unforgiven part. Good ticket there. That was at the Air Canada Centre. My next ticket, WrestleMania 23 in 2007. We were up in the section 209, row 15, seat 16. This was a spur of the moment, actually. I didn't know I was going to this event until actually the day of WrestleMania. We all know the main event for that, Shawn and Cena, Shawn being HBK. Next, just a month or so after, WWE SmackDown and ECW at the John Labatt Center. 4-1, row H, seat 1. This was actually 6 rows back. This was just a few days or a couple weeks before Benoit. I got some pictures of that. This was cool. I actually met some of my first people that I ever met at this event. Kelly and Edge, whoever. Again, that was at the John Labatt Center. Moving on, another Monday Night Raw from May 5th, 2008. Section 118, row 10, seat 14. This was when William Regal was doing the lights out gimmick when he was a general manager. That was for Canada Center. Monday Night Raw from Buffalo, 2009, Monday, May 4th. Section 316, row 12, seat 2. This was obstructed view. We got these tickets last minute. We just went to mark out and get some autographs and stuff. We decided to go. And we got shitty seats made for a long day and a long night. The tickets were only, as you can see, they were only $8. $8, so you can't go wrong, really. Next ticket. This is Monday Night Raw for Monday, September 14th, 2009. Floor North, row 6, seat 16. These were good seats. They were the last row in the section, camera side. No, the side that the camera was not on, so the camera would have been pointing at us. When Shawn and DiBiase fought in the crowd, they were right behind us. I got pictures of that on my Facebook. It was pretty cool. Then the next night, we went to SmackDown on ECW at Cops Coliseum in Hamilton. Rows 13 and section 117, seat 11. I can't remember, but I do remember. I can't remember the main event, but I remember that's when I first seen Zack Ryder for the first time, because we didn't get ECW up here at all. What we did, but it was late night Friday night or early Saturday morning, and ever since I seen Zack Ryder there, I liked his gimmick and I was a fan. And Goldust was super over that night. I remember the chants were crazy for Goldust. Canada are the weirdest wrestling fans. Sunday, May 16th, 2010, WWE Raw. We were in section 106, row R, seat 6. Again at the John Labatt Center. This was actually a house show. Sorry, my bad. This was actually a house show. We seen Cena and Orton versus Sheamus and I forget who his partner was. But this was cool. This was actually when season 1 of NXT was going on as well. Got to see Gabriel and Heath Slater, maybe? Or no, Gabriel and Barrett. And last but not least, my last WWE event that I went to was last year, Monday, May 17th, 2010. I was in row 2 on the East floor, seat 6. This was the night I was Pick Your Poison for Edge, and he fought Taker and Christian. That's the only things I can really remember. Oh, and also, independent wrestling, Ontario independent wrestling girl, Cherry Bomb was in a video with Goldust at the bar. So that's that. Those are my event tickets. I got more in here, in there, but those are a couple indie tickets and concerts and whatnot. But I'm just showing you wrestling. So that's it. That's Big Mike. Thanks for looking, and we'll see you on the flip side.